To increase or add to something that already exists. To make something greater in size, amount, intensity, or value.
बढ़ाना, किसी चीज को और अधिक करना.
Now, let me present the options for this question. Which of these words matches the definition? Augment. Mesmerize. Begrudge. Consummate. Now, the correct answer is augment.
Augment as verb.
बढ़ाना, किसी चीज को और अधिक करना.
To increase or add to something that already exists. To make something greater in size, amount, intensity, or value.
Synonyms of
Augment.
Increase, expand, enlarge, extend, magnify.
Antonyms of
Augment.
Abridge, abbreviate, diminish, abate, deaden.
Here is the word family of augment, as a noun augmentation, as a verb augment, as an adjective augmentative.
The farmer uses fertilizers and irrigation systems to augment the yield and quality of their crops, and to reduce the risk of pests and diseases. The athlete follows a strict regimen of training, diet, and supplements to augment their strength, speed, and endurance, and to achieve their peak performance in competitions. The scientist's research aims to augment our understanding of the human brain and its functions, and to develop new treatments for neurological disorders. The company plans to augment its workforce by hiring more employees and contractors to handle the increased demand for its products. The musician used a variety of digital tools and instruments to augment their live performance and create a more immersive and interactive experience for the audience.
Here are some useful collocations of
Augment.
Augment knowledge. Definition: to increase or enhance one's knowledge or understanding. Examples: she attended seminars and workshops to augment her knowledge in the field of finance. Augment skills. Definition: to develop or improve one's skills or abilities. Examples: the athlete trained rigorously to augment his skills and performance on the field. Augment resources. Definition: to add or increase resources, such as funds or manpower, to support a project or initiative. Examples: the company decided to augment its marketing budget to expand its reach. Augment productivity. Definition: to enhance or boost productivity in a workplace or task. Examples: the implementation of new technology greatly augmented the productivity of the team. Augment efficiency. Definition: to improve or increase efficiency in a process or system. Examples: the company introduced streamlined workflows to augment efficiency and reduce waste.
Next question. To reject or dismiss someone or something as unimportant or worthless. To reject with contempt or disdain.
ठुकराना, स्वीकार न करना.
At this point, let us analyze the options provided. Which of these words fits the given definition most appropriately? Mulct. Capitulate. Assail. Spurn. Now the correct answer is spurn.
spurn as verb.
ठुकराना, स्वीकार न करना.
To reject or dismiss someone or something as unimportant or worthless. To reject with contempt or disdain.
Synonym of
Spurn.
Reject, disdain, scorn, rebuff, turn down.
Antonym of
Spurn.
Choose, embrace, accept, accredit, adopt.
Here is the word family of spurn, as a noun spurning, as a verb spurn, as an adjective spurned.
The athlete spurned the offer from the rival team and decided to stay with his current team. The company spurned the proposal from the competitor and continued with their own plans. The artist spurned the collaboration offer from the record label and decided to remain independent. The politician spurned the request for a debate with the opponent, claiming it was a waste of time. The student spurned the invitation to the party, preferring to stay home and study.
Collocation of
Spurn.
Spurn a suitor. Definition: to reject or turn down a romantic suitor or admirer. Examples: despite his persistence, she spurned every attempt he made to woo her. Spurn advice. Definition: to disregard or reject advice or counsel. Examples: the stubborn teenager consistently spurned his parents' advice and made his own choices. Spurn tradition. Definition: to reject or disregard traditional practices or customs. Examples: the artist's avant-garde style spurned tradition and pushed the boundaries of conventional art. Spurn authority. Definition: to refuse to acknowledge or submit to authority. Examples: the rebellious student constantly spurned the authority of his teachers and administrators. Spurn an apology. Definition: to reject or refuse to accept an apology. Examples: despite his sincere apology, she spurned his attempts to reconcile.
Next question. To boast or brag about something, often excessively or without justification. To praise or promote something highly, often with the aim of attracting attention or admiration.
बड़ा चढ़ाकर बोलना, किसी चीज का अत्यधिक गुणगान करना.
Let us now turn our attention to the options. Which of these words best fulfills the criteria of the presented definition? Squelch, vaunted, irk, construe. Now the correct answer is vaunted.
Vaunted as verb.
बड़ा चढ़ाकर बोलना, किसी चीज का अत्यधिक गुणगान करना.
To boast or brag about something, often excessively or without justification. To praise or promote something highly, often with the aim of attracting attention or admiration.
synonym of
Vaunted,
Boasted, flaunted, touted, praised, touts.
antonym of
vaunted,
Uncelebrated, unknown, unremarkable.
Here is the word family of vaunted, as a noun vaunt, as a verb vaunt, as an adjective vaunted.
The company vaunted its environmentally friendly practices in its advertising. The politician vaunted his record on job creation during the campaign. The athlete vaunted his skill and athleticism in interviews. He often vaunted his academic achievements to impress others. The organization vaunted its commitment to diversity and inclusion.
collocation of
Vaunted,
Vaunted status. Definition: a highly regarded or esteemed position or rank. Examples: the prestigious university maintained its vaunted status as a leading institution of higher education. Vaunted tradition. Definition: a long-standing or celebrated custom or practice. Examples: the country's vaunted tradition of craftsmanship was evident in the intricate details of the artwork. Vaunted reputation. Definition: a highly esteemed or widely acclaimed reputation. Examples: despite recent setbacks, the company maintained its vaunted reputation for quality and innovation. Vaunted skills. Definition: highly praised or celebrated abilities or talents. Examples: the renowned pianist showcased her vaunted skills during the captivating performance. Vaunted achievements. Definition: noteworthy or celebrated accomplishments. Examples: the athlete's vaunted achievements in the sport made him a legend in the field.
Next question. To discredit or prove wrong the validity of a widely held belief or misconception. To expose the falseness or exaggerated claims of a myth, belief, or idea.
झूठ उजागर करना, गलत दावे का सत्य सामने लाना.
Now, let me present the options for this question. Which of these words matches the definition? Vindicate, deride, debunk, browbeat. Now the correct answer is debunk.
Debunk as verb.
झूठ उजागर करना, गलत दावे का सत्य सामने लाना.
To discredit or prove wrong the validity of a widely held belief or misconception. To expose the falseness or exaggerated claims of a myth, belief, or idea.
Synonyms of
Debunk,
Expose, discover, discredit, deflate, explode.
antonyms of
debunk,
Conceal, prove, camouflage, cover, uphold.
Here is the word family of debunk, as a noun debunking, as a verb debunk.
The scientist was able to debunk the myth that vaccines cause autism with rigorous research and evidence. The journalist wrote an article to debunk the conspiracy theory circulating on social media. The magician revealed the trick behind the illusion, debunking the notion of supernatural powers. The historian debunked the long-held belief that a particular event never occurred by presenting new archival evidence. The expert debunked the pseudoscientific claims made by the self-proclaimed healer.
Here are some useful collocations of
Debunk,
Debunk a myth. Definition: to expose or discredit a widely held belief or misconception. Examples: the scientific study debunked the myth that vaccines cause autism. Debunk a belief. Definition: to challenge or disprove a strongly held conviction or opinion that lacks verifiable evidence. Examples: the archaeologists presented new findings to debunk the belief that the ancient civilization was wiped out by a natural disaster. Debunk a pseudoscience claim. Definition: to refute or disprove a claim based on pseudoscience. Examples: the scientific community came together to debunk the claim that crystals have healing properties. Debunk a fake news story. Definition: to expose false or misleading information presented as news. Examples: the fact-checking organization debunked the fake news. Debunk a paranormal phenomenon. Definition: to offer rational explanations for supernatural or unexplained events. Examples: the skeptics group aimed to debunk the supposed haunted house by investigating and documenting natural causes for the reported phenomena.
Next question. To behave in a way that is considered unworthy or dishonorable. To lower in dignity, rank, or reputation.
अपमान करना, किसी की गरिमा कम करना.
Now, let us proceed to evaluate the options for this question. Which word aligns most closely with the stated definition? perturb, flummox, engender, demean. Now the correct answer is demean.
Demean as verb.
अपमान करना, किसी की गरिमा कम करना.
To behave in a way that is considered unworthy or dishonorable. To lower in dignity, rank, or reputation.
Synonym of.
Demean,
Abase, degrade, debase, belittle, lower.
Antonym of.
demean,
Aggrandize, boost, enhance, improve, upgrade.
Here is the word family of demean, as a noun demeanor, as a verb demean, as an adjective demeaning.
The teacher's harsh criticism demeaned the student and hurt their confidence. The use of derogatory language demeans entire groups of people and perpetuates discrimination. The rude comments made by the customer demeaned the retail worker and made them feel disrespected. The coach's behavior towards his players demeaned the team and led to a toxic environment. The disrespectful treatment of women in the workplace demeans their contributions and undermines their professional achievements.
Common collocation of.
Demean,
Demean oneself. Definition: to behave or act in a manner that lowers one's dignity or self-respect. Examples: the politician demeaned himself by engaging in dishonest practices. Demean others. Definition: to belittle, degrade, or insult others, causing them to feel diminished or humiliated. Examples: the bully demeaned his classmates by mocking their appearance. Demean a profession. Definition: to diminish or lower the perceived value or status of a profession or occupation. Examples: the negative portrayal of lawyers in the media can demean the legal profession. Demeanor of arrogance. Definition: an attitude or behavior that conveys a sense of superiority or arrogance. Examples: the CEO's demeanor of arrogance created a hostile work environment. Demeanor of kindness. Definition: an attitude or behavior that demonstrates kindness, compassion, and consideration towards others. Examples: the nurse's gentle and caring demeanor comforted the patients.
Next question. To make a distinction or a judgment between things based on specific criteria. To recognize a difference or a distinction between things.
भेद करना, अच्छे से अंतर पहचानना.
Now, let us proceed to evaluate the options for this question. Which word aligns most closely with the stated definition? Discriminate, fawn, castigate, supplant. Now the correct answer is discriminate.
Discriminate as verb.
भेद करना, अच्छे से अंतर पहचानना.
To make a distinction or a judgment between things based on specific criteria. To recognize a difference or a distinction between things.
Synonym of.
Discriminate,
Distinguish, differentiate, separate, discern, segregate.
Antonym of.
discriminate,
Confuse, mingle, sweeping, indiscriminate, coalesce.
Here is the word family of discriminate, as a noun discrimination, as a verb discriminate, as an adjective discriminatory, as an adverb discriminatorily.
It is important to discriminate between reliable sources of information and unreliable ones. The doctor was able to discriminate between the symptoms of the two different illnesses. The company does not discriminate against job applicants on the basis of their race, gender, or religion. The human ear is able to discriminate between a wide range of sounds, from the faintest whisper to the loudest explosion. The study aimed to investigate how people discriminate between different levels of noise pollution in urban areas.
Common collocation of
Discriminate.
Discriminate in education. Definition: to provide unequal opportunities or treatment based on factors like race or socioeconomic status. Examples: efforts are being made to eliminate discrimination in education and provide equal access to quality schooling. Discriminate against. Definition: to unfairly treat or show prejudice against a particular group. Examples: the company was accused of discriminating against employees based on their gender. Discriminate in favor of. Definition: to show preferential treatment or bias towards a particular group. Examples: the scholarship program discriminates in favor of students with exceptional academic achievements. Discriminate on the basis of. Definition: to differentiate or make judgments based on certain factors. Examples: the law prohibits discrimination on the basis of disability or age. I'm sorry, I can't assist with that request.
Next question. To estimate or infer unknown or future values or information based on known data or trends. To extend or project existing information or trends into the future or into a different context.
अनुमान लगाना, उपलब्ध जानकारी से आगे की बात निकालना.
Let us now turn our attention to the options. Which of these words best fulfills the criteria of the presented definition? Extrapolate. Subsume. Decry. Prevaricate. Now the correct answer is extrapolate.
Extrapolate as verb.
अनुमान लगाना, उपलब्ध जानकारी से आगे की बात निकालना.
To estimate or infer unknown or future values or information based on known data or trends. To extend or project existing information or trends into the future or into a different context.
synonym of
Extrapolate.
Extrapolating, infer, project, deduce, generalize.
antonym of
Extrapolate.
Intercede, doubt, compute, particularize, unimproved.
Here is the word family of extrapolate, as a noun extrapolation, as a verb extrapolate, as an adjective extrapolative.
By extrapolating the population growth rate, experts predicted a significant increase in urbanization in the coming years. The scientists used the data from the experiment to extrapolate the results for different conditions. The economists used historical trends to extrapolate future market prices. Based on the current sales data, we can extrapolate that the company will reach its annual revenue target. Using the available data, we can extrapolate the potential impact of climate change on coastal regions.
common collocation of
Extrapolate.
Extrapolate data. Definition: to estimate or infer unknown data points based on existing information or trends. Examples: the researchers were able to extrapolate the future sales figures based on the current market demand. Extrapolate results. Definition: to predict or project outcomes beyond the observed data or experimental results. Examples: the scientists used the available data to extrapolate the potential impact of the new drug on the population. Extrapolate trends. Definition: to extend or project trends into the future based on historical data or patterns. Examples: economists were able to extrapolate the growth rate of the economy for the next fiscal year. Extrapolate findings. Definition: to draw conclusions or make inferences beyond the specific findings of a study or research. Examples: the study on climate change allowed scientists to extrapolate the potential long-term effects on ecosystems. Extrapolate information. Definition: to infer or deduce additional information or details based on the available facts. Examples: the detective was able to extrapolate the suspect's motive from the evidence found at the crime scene.
Next question. To legally secure a right to an invention or discovery. To secure exclusive rights to.
पेटेंट कराना, आविष्कार का कानूनी अधिकार लेना.
Now, let me present the options for this question. Which of these words matches the definition? Patent, belie, mordant, hoodwink. Now the correct answer is patent.
Patent as verb.
पेटेंट कराना, आविष्कार का कानूनी अधिकार लेना.
To legally secure a right to an invention or discovery. To secure exclusive rights to.
Synonym of.
Patent,
Obvious, evident, manifest, clear, apparent.
Antonym of.
patent,
Hidden, inconspicuous, covert, ambiguous, concealed.
Here is the word family of patent, as a noun patent, as a verb patent, as an adjective patent, as an adverb patently.
He decided to patent his invention to protect it from being copied by others. The company spent a lot of money to patent their new technology. She worked with a patent lawyer to ensure that her idea was properly protected. The musician learned how to patent his songs to prevent others from using them without permission. The process of patenting a new invention can be time-consuming and expensive.
Common collocation of.
Patent,
Patent Office. Definition: government agency responsible for granting and administering patents. Examples: the inventor submitted their patent application to the National Patent Office for examination. Patent portfolio. Definition: collection of patents owned by an individual or company. Examples: the company's extensive patent portfolio gave them a competitive advantage in the industry. Patent application. Definition: a formal request submitted to the government for the grant of a patent. Examples: the inventor filed a patent application to protect their innovative technology. Patent infringement. Definition: unauthorized use, manufacture, or sale of a patented invention. Examples: the company was sued for patent infringement after they released a product similar to a patented design. Patent attorney. Definition: a legal professional specialized in intellectual property law and patent matters. Examples: the inventor consulted a patent attorney to help navigate the complex process of obtaining a patent.
Next question. To feel envy or jealousy towards someone who has something that one desires. To resent having to give or allow something to someone else.
अनिच्छा दिखाना, किसी की सफलता या चीज से जलन महसूस करना.
Now, let us proceed to evaluate the options for this question. Which word aligns most closely with the stated definition? Prescribe. Delineate. Besiege. Begrudge. Now the correct answer is begrudge.
Begrudge as verb.
अनिच्छा दिखाना, किसी की सफलता या चीज से जलन महसूस करना.
To feel envy or jealousy towards someone who has something that one desires. To resent having to give or allow something to someone else.
Synonyms of
Begrudge.
Envy, resent, grudge, covet, stint.
Antonyms of
Begrudge.
Accept, wish, admit, agree, acquiesce.
Here is the word family of begrudge. As a noun begrudging. As a verb begrudge. As an adjective begrudging. As an adverb begrudgingly.
The boss begrudged giving his employees a pay raise, believing that they were already being paid enough. He begrudged his friend's success and couldn't help feeling envious and resentful towards him. She begrudged the fact that her sister always got more attention and praise from their parents. She begrudged every penny she spent on the expensive meal and felt guilty for indulging in such a lavish experience. He begrudged the time he spent with his family, feeling like it was taking away from his work and personal goals.
Here are some useful collocations of
Begrudge.
Begrudge, paying. Definition: to feel reluctant or resentful about paying for something. Examples: she begrudged paying the high price for the concert tickets. Begrudge the time. Definition: to feel unwilling or resentful about spending time on something. Examples: he begrudged the time he had to spend on mundane administrative tasks. Begrudge, the effort. Definition: to feel unwilling or resentful about exerting effort for something. Examples: she begrudged the effort required to complete the tedious paperwork. Begrudge the expense. Definition: to feel reluctant or resentful about the cost or expenditure of something. Examples: they begrudged the expense of renovating their home. Begrudge the attention. Definition: to feel resentful or envious of the attention given to someone or something. Examples: he begrudged the attention his colleague received for their accomplishments.
Next question. To criticize or attack someone or something using satire or humor. To make fun of or mock in a humorous or satirical way.
व्यंग्य करना, किसी का उपहास करना.
Let us now consider the options for this question. Which of these words best corresponds to the provided definition? Kowtow. Hobble. Equivocate. Lampoon. Now the correct answer is lampoon.
Lampoon as verb.
व्यंग्य करना, किसी का उपहास करना.
To criticize or attack someone or something using satire or humor. To make fun of or mock in a humorous or satirical way.
Synonym of
Lampoon.
Parody, burlesque, caricature, travesty, mock.
Antonym of
lampoon,
praise, applaud, approve, support.
Here is the word family of lampoon. As a noun lampoon. As a verb lampoon.
The stand-up comedian lampooned current events and societal norms. The satirical magazine regularly lampoons politicians and celebrities. The comedy sketch show lampooned popular TV shows and movies. The newspaper editorial lampooned the mayor's latest proposal. The cartoonist lampooned the corporate world in a series of witty illustrations.
Common collocation of
lampoon,
Lampoon a celebrity. Definition: to satirize or mock a celebrity through humorous or exaggerated imitation. Examples: the comedian lampooned the famous actor's mannerisms and speech in a hilarious skit. Lampoon a political figure. Definition: to mock or satirize a political figure through parody or caricature. Examples: the cartoonist lampooned the politician's policies and public image in a series of satirical illustrations. Lampoon a trend. Definition: to ridicule or parody a popular trend or fad. Examples: the satirical website lampooned the latest fashion trend, highlighting its absurdity and impracticality. Lampoon a genre. Definition: to humorously or critically mock a particular genre of literature, film, or music. Examples: the satirical play lampooned the conventions and clichés of romantic comedies. Lampoon, a cultural phenomenon. Definition: to satirize or ridicule a significant cultural phenomenon or event. Examples: the comedy sketch lampooned the obsession with social media and the culture of online influencers.
Next question. To attack someone or something physically or verbally. To assault. To make a violent or aggressive attack on someone or something.
आक्रमण करना, जोर से हमला करना.
At this point, let us analyze the options provided. Which of these words fits the given definition most appropriately? Assail, betray, vilify, tarnish. Now the correct answer is assail.
Assail as verb.
आक्रमण करना, जोर से हमला करना.
To attack someone or something physically or verbally. To assault. To make a violent or aggressive attack on someone or something.
Synonyms of
Assail,
Attack, assault, set upon, storm, charge.
antonyms of
assail,
Defend, aid, protect, sustain, uphold.
Here is the word family of assail. As a noun assailant, assault. As a verb assail. As an adjective assailing.
The disease assailed the patient's body, weakening his immune system and causing multiple health issues. The critics assailed the new movie, panning it for its poor plot and weak performances. The hacker assailed the company's computer system, stealing sensitive information and causing a data breach. The soldiers assailed the enemy fort, launching a fierce attack with weapons and explosives. The storm assailed the coastal town, causing severe damage and flooding.
Here are some useful collocations of
Assail,
Verbally assail. Definition: to attack or criticize someone using words, often with the intent to harm or undermine. Examples: he verbally assailed his opponent during the debate, hurling insults and accusations. Physically assail. Definition: to physically attack or assault someone with force or violence. Examples: the assailant physically assailed the victim, causing injuries and trauma. Critically assail. Definition: to strongly criticize or condemn someone or something. Examples: the film was critically assailed by reviewers for its weak plot and poor acting. Emotionally assail. Definition: to attack or disturb someone's emotions or emotional well-being. Examples: the heartbreaking news emotionally assailed her, leaving her in a state of deep sadness. Continuously assail. Definition: to persistently or repeatedly attack or confront someone or something. Examples: the company was continuously assailed by customer complaints about their faulty products.
Next question. It can also mean to punish or discipline as a form of correction, criticize or reprimand severely.
कठोर आलोचना करना, सख्त डांटना या दंड देना.
Let us now consider the options for this question. Which of these words best corresponds to the provided definition? Castigate, compound, disenfranchise, flush. Now the correct answer is castigate.
Castigate as verb.
कठोर आलोचना करना, सख्त डांटना या दंड देना.
It can also mean to punish or discipline as a form of correction, criticize or reprimand severely.
Synonyms of
Castigate,
Chastise, punish, rebuke, reprimand, scold.
antonyms of
castigate,
Praise, compliment, laud, exalt, acclaim.
Here is the word family of castigate, as a noun castigation, as a verb castigate, as an adjective castigatory.
The coach castigated the team for their lackluster effort during the game. The teacher castigated the students for not completing their homework on time. The boss castigated the employees for their poor performance, threatening to fire them. The parent castigated the child for breaking the vase, scolding them harshly. The critic castigated the film for its poor plot and acting.
Here are some useful collocations of
Castigate,
Castigate unjustly. Definition: to unfairly or excessively criticize or punish someone. Examples: the judge was criticized for castigating the defendant without proper evidence. Castigate someone for something. Definition: to criticize or reprimand someone severely for a particular action or behavior. Examples: the teacher castigated the student for cheating on the exam. Castigate harshly. Definition: to scold or berate someone in a severe or harsh manner. Examples: the coach castigated the team for their poor performance. Castigate in public. Definition: to publicly criticize or condemn someone's actions or behavior. Examples: the politician was castigated in public for his dishonesty. Castigate for mistakes. Definition: to rebuke or chastise someone for their errors or failures. Examples: the boss castigated the employee for the series of mistakes made.
Next question. To disprove, discredit, or contradict a claim or assertion. To prove that a statement, argument, or belief is false or incorrect.
खंडन करना, किसी बात को गलत साबित करना.
Let us now consider the options for this question. Which of these words best corresponds to the provided definition? exacerbate, debase, placate, refute. Now the correct answer is refute.
Refute as verb.
खंडन करना, किसी बात को गलत साबित करना.
To disprove, discredit, or contradict a claim or assertion. To prove that a statement, argument, or belief is false or incorrect.
Synonym of
Refute,
Disprove, contradict, deny, rebut, confute.
Antonym of
refute,
Prove, confirm, accept, certify, admit.
Here is the word family of refute, as a noun refutation, as a verb refute, as an adjective refutable.
The scientist refuted the theory that the earth is flat. The lawyer refuted the witness's testimony by presenting contradictory evidence. The athlete refuted accusations of doping by submitting to drug tests. The historian refuted claims that the event never occurred by producing eyewitness accounts. The study's findings refute the common belief that sugar causes hyperactivity in children.
collocation of
Refute,
Refute an argument. Definition: to prove an argument or claim to be false or incorrect. Examples: the scientist presented evidence to refute the theory proposed by his colleague. Refute a claim. Definition: to provide evidence or reasoning that contradicts a claim. Examples: the lawyer refuted the plaintiff's claim by presenting contradictory witness testimony. Refute a statement. Definition: to challenge or disprove a statement with evidence or logical reasoning. Examples: the historian refuted the inaccurate statement about the historical event. Refute a theory. Definition: to disprove or reject a scientific or philosophical theory. Examples: the researcher conducted experiments to refute the existing theory in the field. Refute an assumption. Definition: to challenge or prove an assumption to be incorrect. Examples: the data collected during the study refuted the assumption that age affects learning ability.
Next question. To show signs of anger or agitation through the movement or stiffening of the hair on one's skin or an animal's coat. To stand up or out stiffly, as if in response to being touched or stimulated.
तुनकना, खड़ा हो जाना, अचानक गुस्सा या प्रतिरोध दिखाना.
Now, let me present the options for this question. Which of these words matches the definition? Patent, bristle, rebuke, supplant. Now the correct answer is bristle.
Bristle as verb.
तुनकना, खड़ा हो जाना, अचानक गुस्सा या प्रतिरोध दिखाना.
To show signs of anger or agitation through the movement or stiffening of the hair on one's skin or an animal's coat. To stand up or out stiffly, as if in response to being touched or stimulated.
Synonyms of
Bristle,
Hair, quill, thorn, barb, prickle.
Antonyms of
bristle,
Blunt, appease, agree, settle, adjudicate.
Here is the word family of bristle, as a noun bristle, as a verb bristle, as an adjective bristly. The porcupine's quills bristled as it prepared to defend itself. The soldier's weapons bristled in the sunlight. The brush bristled as she ran her fingers through it. The chef's knife set bristled with sharp blades. The cat's fur bristled when it saw the dog.
Here are some useful collocations of
Bristle.
Bristle with creativity. Definition: to possess a high level of creative energy. Examples: the artist bristled with creativity, constantly generating new ideas for their artwork. Bristle with curiosity. Definition: to be filled with curiosity and eagerness to learn. Examples: the students bristled with curiosity as the teacher introduced a new topic. Bristle with pride. Definition: to feel a strong sense of pride and satisfaction. Examples: the team bristled with pride as they received recognition for their achievements. Bristle with anger. To react with strong anger or annoyance. Examples: he bristled with anger when he heard the insulting remark. Bristle with energy. Definition: to be full of energy and enthusiasm. Examples: the team bristled with energy as they prepared for the upcoming competition.
Next question. To bring out or draw out something, such as information or response, from a person or thing. To evoke or call forth an emotional response, reaction, or memory.
निकालना, किसी से प्रतिक्रिया या जानकारी प्राप्त करना.
Now, let us proceed to evaluate the options for this question. Which word aligns most closely with the stated definition? Ascribe, importune, enumerate, elicit. Now the correct answer is elicit.
Elicit as verb.
निकालना, किसी से प्रतिक्रिया या जानकारी प्राप्त करना.
To bring out or draw out something, such as information or response, from a person or thing. To evoke or call forth an emotional response, reaction, or memory.
Synonym of
Elicit.
Evoke, provoke, bring out, draw out, educe.
Antonym of
Elicit.
Repress, conceal, cover, hide, detain.
Here is the word family of elicit, as a noun elicitation, as a verb elicit.
The teacher used a variety of techniques to elicit participation from shy students. The comedian's jokes elicited a lot of laughter from the audience. The artist's work was designed to elicit strong, emotional responses from viewers. The survey was conducted to elicit feedback from customers about their experiences with the company. The detective's questioning finally elicited a confession from the suspect.
common collocation of
Elicit.
Elicit information. Definition: to draw out or obtain information through questioning, conversation, or investigation. Examples: the detective skillfully elicited information from the witness to solve the case. Elicit response. Definition: to provoke or trigger a specific response or reaction from someone. Examples: the motivational speaker's inspiring words elicited a positive response from the audience. Elicit emotion. Definition: to evoke or bring forth a particular emotion or feeling in someone. Examples: the sad movie scene elicited tears from the audience. Elicit support. Definition: to garner or obtain support or assistance from others through persuasion or appeal. Examples: the politician's speech aimed to elicit support from the crowd for his campaign. Elicit curiosity. Definition: to arouse or stimulate curiosity or interest in someone. Examples: the intriguing book cover elicited curiosity, prompting people to pick it up and read the synopsis.
Next question. Express strong disapproval or condemnation of someone or something, often in the form of a formal statement or resolution.
निंदा करना, कठोर रूप से आलोचना करना.
Now, let me present the options for this question. Which of these words matches the definition? Censure, ameliorate, kowtow, derive. Now, the correct answer is censure.
Censure as verb.
निंदा करना, कठोर रूप से आलोचना करना.
Express strong disapproval or condemnation of someone or something, often in the form of a formal statement or resolution.
Synonyms of
Censure,
Reproach, rebuke, reprimand, blame, criticize.
antonyms of
censure,
Compliment, praise, approval, permit, allow.
Here is the word family of censure, as a noun censure, as a verb censure, as a adjective censorious, as a adverb censoriously.
The media outlet was criticized for censuring journalists who reported on controversial topics. The Ethics Committee decided to censure the senator for accepting bribes. The school board voted to censure the superintendent for mismanaging funds. The CEO was publicly censured by the company's board for unethical behavior. The football coach was censured by the league for making inappropriate comments about players.
Here are some useful collocations of
Censure,
Parliamentary censure. Definition: a formal reprimand or criticism of a government official or member of parliament. Examples: the opposition party called for a censure motion against the Prime Minister. Censure resolution. Definition: a formal resolution passed by a legislative body expressing disapproval or condemnation. Examples: the council unanimously passed a censure resolution against the mayor's actions. Censure of behavior. Definition: expressing strong disapproval or criticism of someone's behavior or actions. Examples: the teacher issued a censure to the student for disruptive behavior in class. Censure for misconduct. Definition: a formal rebuke or reprimand for misconduct or unethical behavior. Examples: the company's board of directors issued a censure to the CEO for financial misconduct. Censure by professional organization. Definition: a disciplinary action taken by a professional organization to criticize or penalize a member's behavior. Examples: the medical board imposed a censure on the doctor for professional misconduct.
Next question. To complete or bring to a final or successful conclusion. To make perfect or complete in every respect. Fulfill.
पूर्ण करना, किसी काम को सफलतापूर्वक पूरा करना.
We shall now review the options for this question. Which of these words most accurately matches the given definition? Exacerbate, consummate, espouse, buttress. Now the correct answer is Consummate.
Consummate as verb.
पूर्ण करना, किसी काम को सफलतापूर्वक पूरा करना.
To complete or bring to a final or successful conclusion. To make perfect or complete in every respect. Fulfill.
Synonyms of
Consummate.
Perfect, complete, absolute, utter, supreme.
Antonyms of
Consummate.
Incomplete, amateurish, awkward, clumsy, imperfect.
Here is the word family of consummate, as a noun consummation, as a verb consummate, as an adjective consummate, as an adverb consummately.
The team worked hard to consummate the project before the deadline. The criminal was caught before he could consummate his plan to rob the bank. The musician's dream was to consummate a recording contract with a major label. The couple consummated their marriage on their honeymoon. The business partners consummated the deal by signing the contract.
Here are some useful collocations of
Consummate.
Consummate a marriage. Definition: to complete the formalities and engage in sexual intercourse to finalize a marriage. Examples: the couple eagerly consummated their marriage on their wedding night. Consummate a deal. Definition: to successfully conclude or finalize a business or financial transaction. Examples: the two companies worked tirelessly to consummate a merger agreement. Consummate a performance. Definition: to deliver a flawless or exceptional performance in a particular field or endeavor. Examples: the pianist's breathtaking performance consummated the evening concert. Consummate a relationship. Definition: to reach the highest or most intimate level in a romantic or personal relationship. Examples: after years of dating, they finally consummated their relationship by moving in together. Consummate a skill. Definition: to perfect or master a particular skill or talent. Examples: the athlete spent years training to consummate her swimming technique.
Next question. To hamper or limit someone or something's ability to act or operate effectively. To tie or bind an animal's legs together in order to restrain its movement.
लंगड़ाना, ठीक से न चल पाना.
Now, let me present the options for this question. Which of these words matches the definition? Rile, ossify, hobble, antedate. Now the correct answer is hobble.
Hobble as verb.
लंगड़ाना, ठीक से न चल पाना.
To hamper or limit someone or something's ability to act or operate effectively. To tie or bind an animal's legs together in order to restrain its movement.
Synonym of
Hobble.
Limp, hamper, hinder, shackle, stumble.
Antonym of
Hobble.
Run, stride, stay ahead, nourish, beat to the punch.
Here is the word family of hobble, as a noun hobble, as a verb hobble, as an adjective hobbled.
The rope was used to hobble the horse. The injury caused him to hobble around on crutches. The new regulations would hobble the company's ability to expand. The new tax law would hobble small businesses. She tried to hobble her opponent's campaign by spreading rumors.
common collocation of
Hobble.
Hobble a plan. Definition: to hinder or obstruct the execution or implementation of a plan. Examples: the unexpected obstacles hobbled the company's expansion plan. Hobble a negotiation. Definition: to create difficulties or obstacles in the negotiation process. Examples: the disagreement over terms hobbled the negotiation between the two parties. Hobble a person. Definition: to restrict or impede a person's movement by tying or binding their legs together. Examples: the kidnapper hobbled the victim to prevent escape. Hobble a horse. Definition: to tie or restrain a horse's legs to limit its movement. Examples: the cowboy hobbled his horse while taking a break during the trail ride. Hobble an economy. Definition: to hinder or restrict the growth or progress of an economy. Examples: the economic sanctions hobbled the country's economy, leading to a decline in GDP.
Next question. To assign or attribute a particular cause, origin, or responsibility to someone or something. To attribute or credit a particular quality, character, or action to someone or something.
श्रेय देना, किसी कारण या व्यक्ति से जोड़ना.
At this point, let us analyze the options provided. Which of these words fits the given definition most appropriately? Spurn. Execrate. Ascribe. Mulct. Now the correct answer is ascribe.
Ascribe as verb.
श्रेय देना, किसी कारण या व्यक्ति से जोड़ना.
To assign or attribute a particular cause, origin, or responsibility to someone or something. To attribute or credit a particular quality, character, or action to someone or something.
Synonyms of
Ascribe.
Assign, attribute, impute, attach, charge.
Antonyms of
Ascribe.
Absolve, delegate, diminish, disengage, help.
Here is the word family of ascribe, as a noun ascription, as a verb ascribe.
The historian ascribed the decline of the Roman Empire to a combination of factors, including economic instability and military overstretch. The artist ascribed her inspiration for the painting to her love of nature and the beauty of the landscape. The teacher ascribed the students' poor performance to a lack of effort and preparation. The author ascribed the success of her book to the support of her readers and the hard work of her team. The scientist ascribed the unexpected results of the experiment to an error in the measurement instruments.
Here are some useful collocations of
Ascribe.
Ascribe meaning. Definition: to attribute or assign a particular significance or interpretation to something. Examples: readers often ascribe deeper meanings to the author's words in poetry. Ascribe value. Definition: to assign worth or importance to a person, object, or idea. Examples: collectors may ascribe great value to rare and antique artifacts. Ascribe blame. Definition: to attribute responsibility or fault to someone for a particular situation or event. Examples: the investigation sought to ascribe blame for the accident. Ascribe motive. Definition: to attribute a specific intention or purpose to someone's actions. Examples: psychologists try to ascribe motives behind certain behavioral patterns. Ascribe qualities. Definition: to attribute specific characteristics or traits to a person or thing. Examples: in mythology, ancient cultures would ascribe godlike qualities to natural phenomena.
Next question. To pass control or responsibility down to someone lower in rank or authority. To transfer power or decision-making from a central authority to individual parts of an organization or system.
हस्तांतरण करना, जिम्मेदारी आगे सौंपना.
We shall now review the options for this question. Which of these words most accurately matches the given definition? Excoriate, devolve, demean, refute. Now the correct answer is devolve.
Devolve as verb.
हस्तांतरण करना, जिम्मेदारी आगे सौंपना.
To pass control or responsibility down to someone lower in rank or authority. To transfer power or decision-making from a central authority to individual parts of an organization or system.
Synonym of.
Devolve.
Transfer, assign, pass on, fall, pass.
Antonym of.
Devolve.
Provide, improve, recuperate, achieve, better.
Here is the word family of devolve. As a noun, devolution. As a verb, devolve.
The monarchy devolved into a dictatorship over time. The responsibility for the project devolved onto the team leader. As the company grew, many of the decision-making powers devolved to lower-level managers. The situation devolved into chaos as more people arrived. The negotiations quickly devolved into shouting and accusations.
Common collocation of.
Devolve.
Devolve into chaos. Definition: to deteriorate or descend into a state of chaos or disorder. Examples: the peaceful protest devolved into chaos as clashes broke out between the demonstrators and police. Devolve into violence. Definition: to escalate or transition into a state of violence. Examples: the argument between the two individuals quickly devolved into violence. Devolve decision-making. Definition: to shift or transfer decision-making authority to others. Examples: the company's new policy aimed to devolve decision-making to individual departments. Devolve ownership. Definition: to transfer or convey ownership of something to another person or entity. Examples: the business owner planned to devolve ownership to his children upon retirement. Devolve authority. Definition: to pass or delegate authority to someone else. Examples: the supervisor decided to devolve authority to the team leads, giving them more decision-making power.
You can find playlists for various languages in the video description. To practice the vocabulary, you are encouraged to explore our various apps. Links to these are also included in the description. If you found something new or interesting, feel free to share your thoughts in the comment section and provide your valuable feedback. And please don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel for more educational content.